really incredible is to think that statues were moved kilometers out of the quarry.
For centuries, those giant stone heads at Easter Island were thought to be nothing more than faces staring out to sea. But now, archaeologists have discovered what's been hiding under the ground, and it's rewriting everything we knew about human history. These aren't just heads. They're full-bodied giants buried deep beneath the soil, surrounded by strange carvings, hidden chambers, and clues to an advanced civilization no one believed existed. The island isn't just a monument. It's a message. But who buried these giants, and what were they protecting? To understand this, let's take a look at what scientists discovered. The buried giants. It began with a discovery that shook archaeology. When scientists first dug beneath one of Easter Island's famous stone heads, they realized the world had been looking at only half the truth. What appeared to be simple heads were actually complete bodies buried deep underground. Some stood nearly 30 feet tall, with arms folded neatly across the chest and carvings of spirals and symbols etched into their backs. The soil had perfectly preserved every detail for centuries. Even more shocking, the statues didn't face the ocean as everyone believed. They faced inland, toward ancient villages, positioned like guardians watching over their people. Around their bases lay unfinished tools and carvings, abandoned as if the builders had vanished overnight. Why were these giants buried so deliberately? That question pushed researchers to dig further, and what they uncovered shocked everyone. The red pigment secret. While excavating near Ranararaku, archaeologists uncovered dozens of hidden pits filled with bright red powder sealed beneath layers of stone. At first, they thought it was natural clay, but analysis revealed a finely made mixture of hematite and magnetite, iron-rich minerals transformed into a sacred crimson pigment. Each pit was carefully lined and covered, showing deliberate preservation. What stunned researchers most was the timing. These pigment stores dated centuries after the island's forests vanished, proving that the civilization did not collapse after deforestation. Instead, it adapted, continued rituals, and stayed organized. In Polynesian belief, red symbolized power and divine protection. The pigment was used to paint statues, bodies, and ceremonial objects during sacred events. But why produce so much red pigment when survival itself was uncertain? To find out, archaeologists turned their attention to what lay beneath the Moai platforms, the hidden chambers below. The moment archaeologists broke through the ground beneath the Moai platforms, everything changed. What they uncovered wasn't a foundation, it was an entrance. Beneath layers of solid rock lay sealed chambers, built with precision so exact that not a single stone was out of place. These weren't natural formations. They were engineered tombs designed to survive centuries of earthquakes, floods, and time itself. Inside, they found skeletons, tools made of obsidian, and jewelry crafted from shells found thousands of miles away. Each detail proved the island's people were far from primitive. They had trade networks, craftsmanship, and social order. The bodies buried inside weren't ordinary citizens. These were leaders, priests, and artisans, individuals so respected that entire monuments were built above them. Offerings of food, pigment, and tools were placed beside them, showing that their memory was kept alive long after death. The same sacred red pigment discovered earlier coated the chamber walls and bones, revealing that burial was not just ritual, it was spiritual art. But if these chambers were hidden beneath the guardians, what else might still lie below? That question pushed researchers to look closer at the statues themselves, and what they found inside their eyes changed everything. The eyes of the statues. In 1978, Fragments found near several moai turned out to be carved coral eyes, proof that the statues were never meant to be blank or lifeless. Researcher Sergio Rao confirmed that each piece was precisely shaped to fit the statue's sockets, transforming them from stone figures into living symbols of power. The eyes were made from white coral with dark pupils of obsidian or red volcanic stone. When sunlight hit them, the statues appeared alive, watching over the villages below. This was not random artistry, but evidence of a detailed process. After carving and transporting each moai, builders completed the ritual by placing the eyes, the final act that brought the statue to life. Only the most important figures received eyes, showing a clear social ranking among the island's leaders and ancestors. The finding also proved old oral stories true. The moai saw their people, guarding them from harm. Their alignment with the sun and settlements were deliberate, not decorative. So what exactly connected these sacred statues and their creators? To find out, researchers turned their attention from the stone giants to something far older and stranger: wooden tablets etched with a forgotten language that defied every attempt to read it. The Lost Island Script. In 1864, a missionary named Eugène Hérault found wooden tablets on Easter Island covered in strange, deliberate carvings. These were not decorations or random scratches. They belonged to a real writing system called Rongo, the only known written language ever developed in the entire Pacific. Each tablet was filled with lines of small figures, animals, plants, and abstract symbols carved with shark teeth and obsidian blades. The writing ran in alternating directions, a rare method known as baustrophedon. This showed remarkable intelligence and order for a society thought to be isolated and primitive. Researchers soon learned that only a few elders still remembered how to read the tablets. Some experts believed the symbols recorded family lineages or religious chants, while others thought they contained astronomical or historical information. Even more surprising, the tablets were made from trees that no longer exist on the island, proving they were hundreds of years old. Rongo forced historians to rethink everything about Polynesian civilization. Easter Island was not a culture of silence, but that discovery raised an even bigger question. What replaced a language when words disappeared? To find out, researchers turned their attention to the next great mystery buried within the island itself: the rise of the Birdman cult. Archaeologists were stunned when they realized something dramatic had happened on Easter Island around 1400 CE. The Moai construction stopped abruptly. Tools were left behind, quarries went silent, and the island's entire belief system shifted overnight. Excavations revealed that worship had moved from stone giants to a new and intense cult built around a half-bird, half-human deity known as the Birdman. The center of this transformation was Orongo, a ceremonial village perched on the edge of a volcanic crater overlooking the sea. There, researchers uncovered more than 50 stone houses and hundreds of carvings etched into rock: birdmen, sea creatures, and the face of the creator, God Make-a-Make. These carvings told of a dangerous new ritual. Each year, men from rival clans risked their lives swimming through shark-filled waters to fetch the first egg of a sacred seabird. The winner's sponsor became the Birdman, ruler of the island for a year. Power now came from courage and faith instead of bloodline. It was a complete social reset, born from scarcity and survival. But that question couldn't be answered through temples or carvings. It pushed scientists to do what had never been done before: final discoveries. For years, textbooks blamed the people of Easter Island for their own downfall. The story said they cut down their forests, destroyed their land, and brought collapse upon themselves. But new archaeological evidence has completely overturned that idea. Recent DNA testing and excavations revealed that the island's population stayed stable and organized for centuries. There was no proof of mass warfare or chaos. Instead, archaeologists found signs of advanced farming, strong leadership, and active monument building long after the supposed collapse. The real destruction came much later, after European contact. In the 1800s, slave raids and foreign diseases wiped out nearly the entire population. From thousands of Rapa Nui, only about 100 survived. Within a generation, their language, rituals, and carving knowledge vanished. Yet the survivors did not lose their identity. DNA results proved they preserved their Polynesian heritage and rebuilt their culture with extraordinary resilience. Modern tools like 3D scanning and ground-penetrating radar are now exposing more buried truths beneath the island. For centuries, Easter Island was seen as a mystery. But now, science reveals something far greater, a story of creativity, faith, and survival against impossible odds. The Moai were not silent statues. They were guardians, storytellers, and symbols of a civilization that refused to be forgotten. Even after being buried beneath for centuries, their message still stands. Greatness can rise from isolation, and history always finds a way to speak. So, what do you think still lies beneath Easter Island? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming stories. Until then, see ya.